Good morning. Well, in the last couple of days, I'm sure all of us are questioning a lot of things. First, the tornadoes in Mississippi that has wiped out towns. And then yesterday, the horrific news out of Nashville that school children, 9-year-olds, have been shot and murdered along with 3 adults. And we also then hear in the first reading, it's the seraphim in the desert. And I think a lot of times we have to question ourselves, why is this happening? What is going on here? But I like to sit and think about a quote from St. Thomas More, that he says that the earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal, that we can always be healed by God and by the cross. The more that we turn to him and understand that this was not God's plan. God did not plan for these kids to be killed yesterday. But because he gave us the beautiful gift of free will, this is what happens with it. Because God, when he created, actually put a little bit of limits on himself. Now, he's still all-powerful, do not get me wrong. But he made squares, squares, and circles, circles. He made physics. He gave us his free will, and he said he was not going to interfere in our lives unless we ask him to. But the beauty with that is, as Jesus says right here in the gospel, is first off, can you imagine what the Jewish people had heard? The only time they had ever heard the word I am is when Moses asked who God was in the burning bush. So Jesus is flat out telling them that he is the second person of the Trinity. He is God himself. But with that, he's saying that Jesus does not belong to this world. And if we belong to Jesus, we also do not belong to this world. So we can take great relief in knowing that evil suffering is only temporary. We are called to be with Christ at the end. And that because he mounted that cross for us, we can gaze upon him and see our own death is destroyed, that we will forever live with God from here on out. And the more we believe in him,